Alright, I'm going to talk about the Intro Chem course we run, and is that alright? I won't walk this way because I'm not in front of that, so I'll stand on the spot, frozen. What we do is it's a course that some would argue bridges the gap, some would argue is the back door steps to get a particular paper or a bit of knowledge. It depends just how you see it on what you're trying to do with it. This is a quote from a student. We sent in a piece, we have assignments they do at home, and he went out looking for the chemicals, and that was his comment. I don't know, I haven't tried buying chemicals in South Auckland, so I don't know whether it's as bad as that or not. I'm going to talk about sort of the past, how it was set up, what we do now, and then a little peek at the future in terms of, well, where are we going with it? You know, how's it progressed? So hopefully everything going all right. Yep. So yes, I'm a bit of a train buff. That's was something that's galloping past. In a way, it's a bit like a train. You know where it's come from, so we know where these students have come from. We know their past. We know something about what they should know, supposedly. We can tell what we're going to give them, but we're not quite sure where they're going. I mean, down the track, they may take the track to Wanganui, Taranaki, or maybe they're going to go up through the North Island, maybe the train is going to go to the East Coast. And it's a bit like that with students. We can't actually be sure really where they're heading. So our course has to be quite general, have to try and cover a lot of bases. So, I'll just slip this in here. Okay, so we know where the courses come from, we know also where the students have come from. We can think in terms of the present, we can tell where they are and the courses at the moment, because I'm trying to sort of marry the two in a way, and we can also then have a think about where we're heading in the future. So, okay, let's have a look at the past. It was set up by some very enthusiastic people at Massey. We're going to have one of these games. All right. It started in 1989 as an internal paper. It was offered in 1990 as an extramural. It was very much a trial paper. It was a step away from what was conventionally been done in university up till then. It had considerable opposition from faculty members. There were a number of university staff who were vehemently opposed to it. It was described as being remedial, and with remedial comes the concept that it's not very good. It's something for people who are lacking something and aren't really up to it. And it was thought of as an easy entry, a back door to get into something. On the other hand, it was seen by the staff who promoted it as being a way to get past the hiatus of students who arrive or wish to do science and haven't done it at school. What do? Night school isn't really an option for a lot of them, because you try looking for a science course or a chemistry course in night school, there are very few. And if you live in Port Waikato, or you live out the end of Otago, or in the back of Mangaweka, which is where 3 students I've got, what do? They've got to have some way of trying to catch up. This is a possibility for them. It's seen as being high school chemistry. That was in 1989, and not appropriate. It was a dumbing down, and I noticed today someone mentioned that as well. However, thanks to Sylvia Rumble, Paul Buckley and Josine, and also Andrew Brodie, who at the time pushed this and said, look, there is a need, there's a real need, we should be trying to match that, we should be trying to do something with it. And that's how they saw it, that you had to offer something for students who hadn't done Form 7 chemistry, but who were going to do sciences. And we'll go on and think about where that takes us. The first course that was offered actually offered an extramural contact course, and it was the first course at Massey to offer a contact course. Actually say, come in and do some lab work. So that's continued, but not across all courses. However, it was a fairly brave step to take. When it started, we had a textbook, there was some teaching materials, there were a few videos that you could get from the library, and there were a few sound clips, a few cassettes, people talking about something. Limited computer software. How many people had computers, personal computers in 1989? What was the web? I thought that was something you walked into at the back door that the spiders had left for you. It didn't exist. So the whole start of it was very, very printed material, very standard. Now, that's changed, but obviously that was where they started from. It was very popular. 200 students. That's quite a lot of students in 1989, let alone any time. And that was spread over several courses. By 1993, they were offering not only the sort of introductory chemistry as leading on to chemistry, they also offered introductory chemistry for Ag Hort students and for technology students. So they actually ran slightly different courses to try and cater for those needs. It was designed to cater for a very diverse group. That's another problem. You know, you've got some students coming in Form 4, some coming in who've done Form 7 but didn't really get it. Okay, so it is quite difficult to bridge that.